I remember myself and my colleague, who was working with me, we were there at a doctor, and there was a patient who needed a very rare blood group. Mine is O positive. Mine is O positive, but his blood group was one of those rare blood groups, which was there, which was difficult. So patient's relatives came almost in tears, and the doctor was saying, we will also try from our side, please try from your side. And my colleague offered his blood, and it was about half an hour, 45 minutes we were there. His blood was taken, and possibly the patient survived. But I could see the kind of emotion which was there. They were with folding hands. My friend doesn't know, or my colleague doesn't know who they are. They do not know. And we were just there. So that's the kind of impact. Someone, if you have that right heart, you can do that. That's one example which I always remember. We had a drug which was used especially in case of gangrene, where we had an injectable which actually was used to treat the gangrene. That was called Trental. So we had some stock problem at that point of time, and doctor gave me a call. Those days mobile phones were not there, so I received a call from a distributor urgently to contact the doctor, and I contacted the doctor, and then he said that, Mahesh, we need it. So I rushed with whatever that we could get from the market, because we know there will be places where it is still stocks are there, may not be with the distributors, but with the doctor's chemist. And then we took that stocks, and along with the distributor boy, we rushed all the way for about 50 kilometers. We drove to motorbike and then reached there. But unfortunately, they could not save his gangrene or limb and all that. Maybe medicine could have reached him a little better. But that was more about access of, or rather accessibility to the medicine at that point of time. That's one which I remember as not so good, this thing. But of course, it was an unfortunate thing, because the medicine was not available at a micro interior where it was required. Even today, we do have that problem. I think as a country, we still can do quite a bit about reaching out to the last mile where they need the medicine, and even the facilities for that matter. Some of those where the patients can be treated are there. It finally boils down to simple 4 Ds: the doctors, diagnostics, and the drugs. And doctors, diagnostics, and the diseases which are prevalent in that. So that those 4 Ds, if they are handled in tier 2 markets, I think anybody would win. Possibly pharmaceutical companies should be thinking about those, which are those 4 Ds, and how can you positively impact those 4 Ds in those markets. It's not just alone drugs. There is a lot more which needs to be done, which pharmaceutical companies can partner with the governments and do something quite big and massive.